go. Hi, I'm Fenwa.
I'm Lops.
Demo Weasel.
And Doom.
Yep.
Oh God! What have you done?
We're
Obviously,
playing
this is-
Doom today.
This is a pro-level speed run,
That's right.
obviously.
Yeah, look at how many times you're standing still.
Yes, exactly.
So, yes, it is possible to play DOSBox with turbo on and stuck on. So this is what that looks like. The challenge was to beat Doom on any difficulty level with DOSBox configured in this way. I ended up successfully beating the first level on Hurt Me Plenty, but I got stuck at a very specific part of level 9 that actually prevented me from being able to progress forward. The big problem is that because everything is moving so quickly, stuff that's damage over time, like standing in lava, ends up hurting you about 4 times faster than it normally does.
Oh dear.
And since I'm moving faster, but my reaction time isn't any faster, that was usually what ended up being the death of me. Just little stuff that whittles away at your health. So I spend the vast majority of this entire playthrough not ever actually running. So you think about like any time when the game has you actually have to run through something like lava, that would be the death of me. Also, the menus are not very easy to use.
Also, it should be noted that
Easy.
he had to do every single level numerous times in order to actually make it through.
Yeah.
I know the game's going a lot faster, but was the music going faster too?
No, I actually ended up putting the music over the game in post.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise it was a high-pitched, cacophonous mess.
Of course.
Yeah. I even tried like taking the music and just speeding it up in post, but again, it's unlistenable.
That's
so
perfect.
instead you get this.
This isn't Doom anymore. It's just Neum.
That's right.
Yes.
But aside from the addition of the music and cutting out a few deaths, what you're seeing is the unedited gameplay footage. I guess the only thing I can use to prove that is that the mouse is moving at the speed you would expect it to. And the way I move tends to be like to take a few steps forward and then stop, because you don't really have that mental sense of like object perseverance, or object
Persistence.
Persistence. Thank you. So you move to an area and then you have to like stop and figure out what has happened because you're in a place that is radically different than where you were a second ago.
Yep. I believe you.
Yeah.
It's going fast.
It also doesn't help that past about level 3, I really don't know the levels that well, so I got lost a lot.
It's all good. Doom guy has parasites in his brain.
Yes.
he really needs to be aware of his surroundings.
I was wondering when you guys are going to bring that up.
Also, the machine gun is pretty much useless because you go through your bullets very quickly.
You got Roked down there? 2 of them?
Yep. Yeah, I've got two Rokeds.
2 Albrokers.
I thought, for some reason I thought Doom had more guns than the...
No, well, okay. Doom 2 has the shotgun and the double-barreled shotgun that both occupy the number 3 slot. The fist and the chainsaw both occupy the number 1 slot. And Doom 1, Episode 1, does not have the plasma rifle or the BFG in it, which occupy slots 6 and 7.
Oh, okay, so that's why there's only 4 ammo types.
No, that's true even through Doom 2.
Oh.
It's just that, let's see, the machine gun and the pistol both use bullets.
Oh, okay.
Both of the shotguns use shells. Only the rockets use rockets, but the BFG and the plasma rifle both use cells.
Yeah, those two guns, it is only legal to use them in hell.
Which one has the flamethrowers?
Not this.
Really?
Not Doom 3 either.
Shit.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you made the whole concept of a flamethrower.
I guess I
You
was
might
just
be thinking of
the
Duke
rocket
Nukem
launcher.
or something.
No, it looks like an accordion coming out of the bottom of the screen.
That would be the plasma rifle, actually. That uses cells. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It shoots blue.
I've never actually played through Doom, like, beyond a level or 2 before I was like, this is old, and played something else. I played Doom 3, though.
Oh.
We all know that.
Oh.
Alright.
How does a shotgun fire that far?
The nice thing about the Doom shotgun is it actually has a pretty tight spread compared to like shotguns in modern video games.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
It functions more like a real shotgun does.
amazingly, id Software was the one to invent the Valve shotgun.
That's right.
Oh man,
I think we had a copy of Final Doom on PlayStation 1.
oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, both of those
Also,
games.
the arrangements of the music that I'm using for this run actually is lifted directly from Doom World. I think they're just the MIDI tracks run through slightly better instruments.
Oh.
I have the Bobby Prince arrangement, but 2 of the tracks are missing from that. And like none of the remix projects have ever done the intermission music, so I wanted to have a complete set.
Doom World, the
Yep.
sequel to Cool World.
Yeah, sure.
It's what deserved to happen as a cool world.
Yes, exactly.
Also, sometimes I get really apprehensive because I'm used to playing the game on Hurt Me Plenty, and the enemy placement is much different when you're playing on Very Easy.
Also, you have 5 arms.
That's right. I have all the arms that you'll get in this episode.
I have one arm for each key.
So when I was a kid, my like first exposure to Doom was Final Doom. And I like the hand, you know, the fist was like equipped or whatever. It looked like a weird beastly claw hand. So I always assumed that you were like some sort of werewolf monster in Doom.
So this is where I cheated. I realized after the fact that I probably could have gone without this. But when I was playing it on Hurt Me Plenty, this was what did me in, was having to sit in this pool of lava for any amount of time, trying to get through that doorway to progress.
It's not lava, it's green slime.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And I
That's
have a
even worse.
something there.
Hey, it's good.
Yep. And that's how you run out of bullets real quick.
So, I think I've asked you this before, but what was like the first game that had like the first person shooter that had like the gun off to the side?
Quake 2 comes to mind.
Yeah.
And I remember Quake 2 had the option to like have the gun in the center if you were more used to the way it was in Quake.
Are you sure it wasn't Duke Nukem 3D?
I don't know.
I don't know, did Rise of the Triad?
There's
Let me look it
probably
up.
some game that I've never heard of that did it first,
Yep,
or
that's right.
popularized it.
It's Hugo, Nightmare 3D.
You're right, Duke Nukem 3D did have the guns off to the side.
Yes!
Yes.
Correct. That's me.
Well, yeah, that's well. I think the kick came out of the center, right?
Probably.
I was surprised to learn that, you know, Doom, in retrospect, had no, like, vertical up-down look.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fantastic when you open up games like this in one of those redesigned fan engines that enables mouse look. And like when you look up and down, the engine struggles to render anything in anything more than a 2-point perspective.
Well, it depends on which version of the engine you're doing. So, like, I think JDoom actually, or the OpenGL ports that actually re-render the entire engine, those ones have no problem with it. So when you're playing like Brutal Doom, for instance, it'll run just fine. But I think ZDoom was always the one where the walls would always be straight vertical, and that's kind of the same way that Duke 3D and Rise of the Triad did it, and that's what it looks. Yeah, it looks really fucking weird when you look up or down. It's basically like the camera itself is scrolling up and down.
Back when I, like, first discovered emulators, I also think I, like, tried the Super Nintendo port of Doom, which is pretty bad. I
still own the Game Boy Advance port of Doom.
I still wish that Game Center CX Arino would look up that red cartridge that he found in the USA Special, which turned out to be Doom, and attempt to play it.
There were a lot of misguided ports for Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
It's because people were like, this is just like Super Nintendo in your hands. And people made things like Doom and Mortal Kombat Advance.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what's great? A fighting game with 2 buttons.
And you just, if you've never seen footage of Mortal Kombat Advance, you need to just go look that up.
I remember hearing that one of those games was just unplayable completely.
It is pretty much unplayable. I know this because I bought it.
Oh no.
Yes, it was used though. At least it wasn't new.
I was tempted at one point to buy the Game Boy Advance Serious Sam Advance just to see what they did to it.
I did not know they made that.
Yeah, apparently they did at one point. It was probably terrible. I mean, let's not mince words.
Mm-hmm.
This is also the part of the game where I start to not really know the maps inside and out. So there's a lot of staring at the map screen and then cutting it out later, and then leaving a little bit of it in anyway. There's a lot of part times that go over half an hour because every second that I'm staring at the map, 4 seconds are going by roughly.
Oh dear.
Yep.
So like, just Doom 2 is just like a little expansion pack, essentially, right?
What?
Like,
no, it was actually a full game.
Well, I mean, like, it didn't really... Like, how much did it add compared to Doom 1?
Well, Doom 1 was effectively 30 levels. Doom 2 was effectively 30 levels. It added 1 or 2 new guns.
No, I think it just added
the environments all look different. Monsters. They'd added more monsters.
Oh, yes, and...
A bunch. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I think Doom 2 was the level, or it was the one that had the level where you face Wolfenstein guys.
Yeah, that was Doom 2. That's the 2 hidden levels.
It fan service.
That's right. And you fight Commander Keen at the end of one of them. Well, by fight I mean like his hanging body.
His doppelganger.
Because it's edgy.
His doppelganger.
That's right.
Whoa! She's like teleported to a new room. Look at this dance party going on in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's just like Doom 3.
Oh yes, the Moonbase is well known for its dance parties.
I'd also like to point out that yes, I am using mouse look, but technically, like, again, this isn't a weird Doom like fan-made Doom engine thing. You can actually configure Doom to run like this through a combination of, in the Doom config file, manually setting the keys for W, S, A, and D to be forward, back, and strafe, left, and right. Combine that with a file that someone made for just DOSBox in general, well, for DOS in general, that just disables up-down mouse movement, so that you don't accidentally go forward and back when you're using the mouse.
Yeah, the mouse controls in this were initially to move forward and back, to move your character forward and back.
What?
Yeah, and when you held the right mouse button, it would strafe. Technically, you could play the game with just the mouse, I think. No, you wouldn't have any way to open doors, so never mind.
Or switch weapons.
Or change weapons. Yep. Yeah.
Is this game like actually playable with just the keyboard? And I'm not talking about like, you know, whether like can you play it well with just a keyboard?
I imagine that's what people did back in the day. I mean, you know,
that is indeed what people did back in the day.
Yeah, I did that back in the day. The trick was that you would
That guy made a bad decision. Okay.
You go forward and back, you turn left and right, and then when you're holding Alt or something, you would strafe instead of turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very fun, but it's doable.
Oh,
it's doomable.
That's right.
The fire key was always control, and for some reason, when I was a kid, I always used the control that was immediately next to the arrow keys.
Oh, it's right there.
Both of my hands were in the same place.
Well, yeah, because you needed to be able to hit, I don't know, Alt, Shift, and Enter. That was a perfectly valid way to play games back then.
Yes,
I keep thinking that the little health packs that you keep picking up are like the boxes of clown decoys from Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Modern iterations of Doom do not use a red cross on the health packs. They use an icon of like a pill.
Well, yeah, that's because isn't like the red cross
it's a trademark thing.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why like medics in modern games can't have the well, that's actually a slightly different reason. Medics in modern games can't have the red cross on them because from a strategic standpoint, you want to shoot at the medic, but the Red Cross is not a big fan of training people to shoot at their people.
Isn't
So-
the medic in Team Fortress 2 have the Red Cross though?
Shit.
Who knows? Maybe they licensed it out. Huh?
Yeah, they bought the rights.
Maybe
Exclusive
it's
rights.
Maybe it's the yellow background
Yeah, I don't know.
that does it. I don't know. Well, they also took the Red Cross symbols out of Earthbound for that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, so this is me again trying to key in the code to. By the way, keying in the actual button combination to give yourself the rad suit really tough when the game is running this quickly because you noticed from when I was trying to access the menu or save my game that it will often interpret one keystroke as multiple keystrokes.
Right.
Yes.
So trying to I was never able to actually use no-clip, which I tried to do at one point on the Hurt Me Plenty run. It's hard enough just to mash in ID B hold R quick enough for the game to realize that you are in fact entering a cheat code. And there's that blue key that I missed.
You have to precariously make your way up to the edge.
Yep.
I think a lot of people are always lamenting that why don't shooters have these big labyrinth levels anymore? And I maybe it could work with graphics that don't all look the same now. But whenever I played Doom back then or even now, everything just kind of looks the same and I get lost even with the map.
Consider this also. Doom had a button that you could press that would show you a live map of the area. So, if anything, that strikes you as being like a concession that yes, our map design isn't very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's weird that people hold it up as a pinnacle of FPS level design.
Yeah, it's because when you compare it to a game like Call of Duty, which is effectively like a corridor with some turns in it.
Yeah, I think it's that whole thing is just complaining that modern games are too linear.
Yeah.
I actually started playing Final Fantasy 13 recently.
Oh yeah?
Oh, how'd that work out for you?
Not pretty well so far.
I'm lost.
I just kind of feel like the secret doorways and basically the labyrinth only existing for you to find keys is just kind of lame.
Yeah.
If there was something else to it, instead of we made this all convoluted and hard to navigate because you have to find the keys in order to exit the level. If they had given some better reason to navigate these levels other than just here's a couple of shotgun shells.
They rejected the find the key logic back in the late 90s. Just rejecting wholesale the notion.
And then
that,
Doom 3 had it.
But there were plenty of better ways to incorporate exploration than to have just a giant labyrinth. I don't know,
BioShock, the first one had all those upgrades and shit you could find, cool new gene tonics that weren't required to complete the game, but
and also you could search for more story.
Maybe I'm misremembering it, but Ravenholm in Half-Life 2 always struck me as relatively open but still very navigable.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Half-Life 2 has a good mix of linearity and exploration, especially when you can just get off of your dune buggy or whatever and just look at abandoned houses for a while.
And then get killed by poison head crabs.
Well, if you suck like you do, then yeah.
Shut up.
Another game that I remember doing exploration really well was No One Lives Forever, which of course neither of you have played.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
Is that something that has been made available through?
Unfortunately, no. It's been the rights have been in they're split between 3 entities or something like that.
Well,
which means that even Good Old Games has not been able to find a way.
If System Shock 2 managed to come out, then I'm sure that will come out soon. System Shock 2 kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
No, don't say that. You're going to be destroyed by the folks at Something Awful.
I am pretty sure that that even though System Shock is mostly great, like I'd like to believe most people agree that everything after you leave the fucking what is it the first one the Von Braun? Is that the one that the game
let's go with that.
Yeah. Well, once you get to the other spaceship, everything sucks. It just becomes a horrible mess of padding and 3 hours of nothing fun.
Oh.
I think the System Shock 2 that people love is actually the System Shock 2 after you've applied a bunch of mods to it to make the game more playable.
Really? No, I didn't play with any mods, so I guess I fucked myself there.
Yep.
But I mean, I enjoyed it really well up until that point. So there is like 3/4 of a great game in there. Just that
Can you
last
tell where we
fourth
are
is
in the map?
Really not good. Oh, like Doom Guy's getting a lot more curious now.
That's right.
What's up there? Or there?
Does the space change like that when it's like visiting the map?
Hooray!
Yeah, awesome.
The longest 46 minutes of my life.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, he's getting so mad.
That's right. He's curious. He's trying to find Kleenex for his bloody nose.
Yeah, he looked at an attractive person.
And also, he's in an anime. Anime Doom Guy.
Anime Doom Guy. That sounds like an anime.
Doom Guy likes to party hard, obviously.
Yeah, probably. He just looks sad now. No, I don't want to play anymore. No.
He has a odd toupee now.
Yeah, he has like a dead rat on his head.
Yep.
He's William Shatner.
I'm getting like this weird wiggle pick thing when he looks back and forth.
Oh yeah, it's like 3D.
Like the 3DS screenshots people used to make.
Yeah. Great, now I can't unsee it, thanks.
Yep. Oh.
Doom Guy wiggle picks.
Alright.
Oh,
He's in a slightly less dire situation now.
take that.
I guess there's a game happening above the Doom Guy wiggle phase also.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Exploding these nuclear barrels for safety.
I believe where we're at now is actually, at one point I did have to stop playing and then pick up again later, and I actually had a hard time dialing in DOSBox to be the same amount of fastness as it had been the first time. I guess that, like, depending on whether you're full screen or windowed, or depending on exactly what you have the cycle set to, when you turn on the turbo mode, it can be, like, slower or faster than this. Even with DOSBox on the default settings, there's a glitch where if you hold the turbo mode button and then rapidly, like, let go of and then hold it again, it'll go even faster. Wow. And you can do this again and again.
And then your actual processor hemorrhages and dies.
Yeah, basically. So what I had to do was just look at the footage that I had so far, pull out the pistol, and just like fire the pistol and see if it was firing at the same speed. And that was how I was able to get it. I don't know if it's exact. I think it is actually like the right increment at this point.
I forget. Does Doom 1 take place on Mars or the Moon?
Moon.
Really?
None of the Doom games, to my knowledge, take place on Mars.
Except
I
for
thought
Doom 3
did.
Doom 3 doesn't count. So,
Yes.
the way it works is the UAC had built a portal system to go between Phobos and Deimos. The initial UAC base was on Phobos.
Oh wait, so the
they
moon
opened up the
of
portal,
ours.
and then something went terribly wrong. So like all the demons from Deimos, because of course, poured through the portal into Phobos. So where you're at in episode 1 is you are at Phobos, fighting the monsters that have poured through from Deimos, I believe.
Oh.
I guess Doom has a backstory.
Yep.
That's right.
It is literally Event Horizon's backstory.
Yeah, well, it's the stuff that you read in the manual and the text that comes up between episodes.
Oh. Are they still making Doom 4?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're just calling it the Doom now, but yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's a if you pre-order the Wolfenstein, you get the beta for the Doom.
You're kidding. It's not called
No.
Doom.
It's called Doom, but it's a reboot for some reason.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
calling it Doom 4.
Alright. Well, see, now I'm less interested in it.
Well, I guess maybe not for some reason. Doom 3 wasn't very good.
Doom, Doom... Do people want Doom 4?
I assume
People-
that somebody does.
People want a game called Doom 4, but they don't know what they want that to actually be. They want to
that's
fire up Doom 2, is what they want.
Yeah. So, do you think if they repackaged Doom 2 like exactly the way it is, anybody would notice?
Exactly.
What would be fantastic is if they like the same company who did the Rise of the Triad and Shadow Warrior reboots did something like Doom, or like
Yeah,
if they
or someone that knows how to get the attitude right, like Devolver or something.
Yep. Well, it's those guys. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Devolver.
You guys may hear loud people coming from outside. You can just cut that.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave in the dog barking though.
Why?
Because dogs are cute. Obviously. We need that
that's true.
appeal.
Yeah,
So Doom.
yes, Doom. I don't know, like how many other like first-person shooter series have like been born as a result of just like modding Doom?
Oh, you mean like the Alien Soul conversion?
Yeah.
That's the only one I can think of.
Oh. Army of Darkness 2.
Army of Doomkins.
Yep.
Dark Forces.
Whoa.
Okay.
Slow
Hold
down,
on.
Turbo.
We're just about the electrifying
on.
finale. Up,
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh,
There we go.
There you go. You did it.
There. But you know that for a while, first-person shooters were all called Doom clones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Like, Minecraft clones or roguelikes.
Roguelikes and Grand Theft Auto clones.
That's right.
Yes.
Will they? Do you think they'll ever be like as audacious enough to go like, "Hey, this is a new Doom reboot. This is Doom on Earth."
That's Doom 2 Hell on Earth.
Yeah. No, really?
Ah, fuck.
You kidding?
No, Doom 2's full name is Doom 2 Hell on Earth.
Wow.
It's okay.
Not saying it's particularly good, but there it is.
Just cut any noise.
Okay.
Oh
God. So, I was actually able to do this on Ultraviolence as well. It's just the same tactic drawn out longer. But then I went down to the floor and died to some pinky demon that I'd missed earlier in the level.
Yes. It was hilarious.
And here we go. Here's the end of Doom.
Yay! Get in here. Just step on this pentagram,
You
and you
did
die.
it.
Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you?
Oh,
Oh, you did it. You
Yep.
beat Doom.
Yeah, you win
That's right.
Turbo. Oh.
Hold on. Hold on.
Whoa, read this.
hold on. Trying.
Read
Hold on.
this!
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, I
Yay!
see.